computer glasses. Outside glasses, computer glasses. Yes. Ooh, wait, where's that? Yep, once again. Looking at my head. As are you, I'm sure, huh? Am I right? I just did some stuff. Oh, I guess it's going to be all good. Hey. So I did say I was doing a TikTok live at this time, right? Right, people on my mailing list? You know. There we go. People know I'm live. People say I'm crazy. Doing what I'm doing. Oh, hey, who was it? Well, I'll wait till later. I told somebody I would send them out a long distance dedication to one of my clients. We were meeting this morning, so good morning, or actually, excuse me, good afternoon. I'm so used to Dana Reynolds. Good afternoon to you too. Thank you for reminding me it's the afternoon. I am usually doing my TikTok lives in the morning, so I'm usually saying good morning. I love it. Hey, Christina Glendale, nice to see you. Time to packing and unpacking. Town to town, up and down the dial. Almost hit that note. Very cool. You're unpacking. I'm going to be packing momentarily in the next few hours, just so you guys know. I just realized, actually, that, this is going to be my last TikTok live until well into next week. Do not fear. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. Or as when we were little kids, we used to joke and say underwear is here. There are plenty of TikTok live recordings on the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel. Actually, it's funny. I checked it out yesterday. I was amazed at how many videos you have available to you. 465. Most of them, if not all of them, are Destination Decluttered TikTok live recordings. So if you've missed any of the 400 and bloody blop, 465 of them, now you can catch up when I'm away. I start tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm not planning on going live. It would be really weird if I did, because this is an actual vacation, not just like traveling. So you've got me live right now with you, for the next 57 minutes. Okay? Kirsten, I'm glad to show you that remote decluttering coaching is workable. I love it. Cat Mama is saying started at oldest and working forward. I love it. Finding a way that works for you is it's the key. It's the key to so much of it. But you have me live here, okay? Live, not Memorex. And so hit me with your best shot, as Pat Benatar would say, as we were doing aerobics in the basement of St. Bartholomew's Church, or at Babson College. Hit me with your best shot, fire away. What do you got that's bugging you clutter-wise? Think about it for a minute. Notice it. Write it down and then tell me. How's that? Write it down and then tell me. Okay? Now, I see what you're saying. Make your YouTubes. Okay, now I get it, Cat Mama. Yeah, my bad. That's actually, going it archaeologically. It has been a while. The neat thing I bet you would find is, I know what I would see, because I feel it all the time when I am coaching. Each one of my TikTok lives is a little bit different, but there's many things that are the same. And the cool thing is every day when I do a TikTok live or I'm coaching, I am checking myself before I am wrecking myself. I am checking that what I'm about to share is something that I truly believe to be useful and helpful. If it isn't, I don't do it anymore. So my coaching changes. What's that word I'm thinking of? I was going to say morphs, but it's even better than that. My coaching evolves, as opposed to devolves like Devo. It gets better, okay? Because everything I choose to say now has been vetted hundreds of times when I've done previous TikTok lives. If I've believed something and I found something better, I'll replace it with it. So Kate, it says, curious about the intersection of Washington and LaGrange. Curious about the intersection of decluttering and design. Where to put things is huge. Okay, so I love design. To me, design this is my definition of design, art that serves a purpose. Art that has a function. Because when something is designed well, it just isn't a decorative object. It actually has a function, and hopefully it functions well. because I don't want to put the things that just get hidden away. Yeah, so here's an interesting thing. I will talk to you mainly about decluttering, but also, what do I want to say? Containers. Containers. This shelf is a container. This shelf has containers within the containers. You know what's also another a container are the cupboards in your kitchen. Now, I will share with you, I started doing a video and it didn't work out well, but one of the doors to our cupboards in the kitchen fell off. Now, this is not surprising. Our house is 70 plus years old. It's a 50s ranch house. And so the cool metal cupboards were great, but they're also 70 years old. It's also a cupboard that we open multiple times a day. Can you imagine using something multiple times a day? What I will say is, man, is it a difference physically and visually to have your doors shut on things and know what's behind them, kind of like, as I said, your kitchen cupboards, but then to have one side of them hanging out with all of your stuff there all day. It makes your senses work overtime, as XTC would say. Your brain is working overtime because it's having to draw a picture of all those things. So I like it when I don't have, sometimes I have focused areas of things that are all over the place that delight my eye. Like right here, I have a big swath of emptiness, and then I have a whole bunch of little goofy things that bring me joy over here. But having too much can be overwhelming to your body, you know? The difference is things getting hidden away. Hidden to me implies that you don't know where it is. Remember you played, what was it, hide and go seek? When you hide something, you may not know where it is. What I love, Erin, I don't have a cup. I am physically, I am mentally, spiritually, emotionally raising my mug to you, but I forgot it in the kitchen. What I will want to say is, when you put things away intentionally, you ideally know where they are when you go to look for them. So that's part of the design of decluttering, is kind of functionality, is where do these things go where it's easy for me to use it, easy for me to find it. Okay? And I like ease and simplicity. Even though I have a bunch of stuff in my house, I am by no means a minimalist in my home right now. If I move, that may change. I find, honestly, doors and drawers very helpful because I like to quiet my mind. Imagine if you're, imagine, I was going to do a video about this, but I'm traveling for the next 5 days, but imagine this. Go into your kitchen and open up every single one of your cupboards. Keep the doors open all day and notice how frantic your brain might feel. Notice how much better it feels when you shut those doors and you just see that expanse of cupboards. It's giving your brain physically and energetically a moment to catch its breath and go, oh, okay. I don't have to define all those things, So that is something beneficial that doors and drawers do. Okay? Abbott Elementary, just got on. Your timing is perfect. Yeah, I'm here until 3 o'clock. Then I do some coaching. Then I call my sister. Then I get packing. Time to packing and unpacking. Yeah, I already sang what was it? I was on a coaching call this morning with a client. And we were talking about stuff. And I said, because you're moving on up. And I said, to the east side. In a deluxe apartment in the sky. Now, I love it. I love it, Christine. Christine, I just put your testimonial on my testimonials page this morning. Thank you so much for that. Christine and I coached together, and she gave me a really awesome testimonial, so thank you. So Christine says, I put the lives on my calendar because I'm in the secret club. It's true, a.k.a. the free mailing list. I know, isn't it? Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun? You knew when I was going to be on, right? I love this. Janet says, I chunked it down and cleaned out 3 areas of the kitchen yesterday. I am giving you the physical version of those little emoji hands, right? High five to you. Awesome work, my friend. Awesome stuff. I wonder how it feels. I am always hoping, this is my hope for you. I want, when I ask you how did that decluttering go, I want you to say it wasn't as bad as I thought. And Christine is also giving you some high fives, Janet, too, because this is what we do here. We celebrate our wins, okay? If I asked you how did that decluttering go, I would like you to say it wasn't as bad as I thought. And then if I asked you how does it feel afterwards, I would like you to say, ooh, it feels good. Ooh, even better than good. Janet says felt amazing and motivates me to do more. Yes, that's, you're doing it right when you're signing up to go again. You know? I love this. User 1963 says, I am organizing my daughter's nursery now that she just had baby number 2. How awesome of you to help her with that. That is so cool that you're doing that. Now, oftentimes, we want to help people with clutter, but we got to make sure we know how to do it ourselves. I'm not saying you need to be perfect on it. Perfect is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Perfect is kind of like has a really good PR firm because it really jams people up, but people think it's something good. And I love it. User 1963 says, I love helping. That's why I do what I do. That's why I'm a coach. That's when I even just show up and do these TikTok lives for the people who maybe can't afford, don't want, whatever, coaching. Here I am. Here I am. I don't want to sing Air Supply. I'm not going to sing Air Supply. Okay? But I am here to help you. So in case we haven't met before, in case you're like, who is this wacky woman who keeps on bursting into song and is all, pop culturing all over the place? Okay? My name is Beth. I am a decluttering life coach, and my decluttering life coaching is called Destination Decluttered. Here on TikTok, I'm Destination Decluttered. On YouTube, I'm Destination Decluttered. My website is called DestinationDecluttered.com. Facebook Destination Decluttered. Instagram Destination Decluttered. I think that's all where I am. Okay? All right. Well, you know what, Cat Mama? Here I am, the one that you love, who loves you in so many ways. You can sing that song to yourself. Okay? I love it. I love it that Janet is also saying, your coaching helped me and thank you. Yay. I'm glad it's helping. Yeah. Okay, so here's the funny thing. Teresa has noticed the thing. So user 1963 is organizing her daughter's nursery. And here's the rub. Here's the rub, bub. Teresa is saying, I find it can help others. I can help others to clean, but I can't do it on my own. Lol. Yeah, totally lol. You know why? Because first of all, you have stories in your head and your heart about what decluttering is, what decluttering means for me. That's an essay I wrote in 5th grade. What does decluttering mean to me? And it may mean a lot of things that are unpleasant to you. Okay? Sin from Lynn, nice to see you. And also, here's the thing. Clutter to the outside world just looks like a bunch of stuff. But to you, your stuff tells you stories. But only you can hear the stories of your stuff. You can't hear the stories of mine unless I tell them to you. To me, I could just show you this mug. You wouldn't know I bought this in Ireland and I thought it was so cute, but then it was too small, so I use it for my things. No. You only know the stories if I share them with you. So of course it is so much easier for us who can't hear the stories to help somebody else with their stuff. To us, it's just stuff. There's no emotion, there's no stories, there's no guilt, there's no delight, there's no sadness, there's no feeling behind it. However, those things that look like stuff to us could really have meaning to somebody else. We know that because our stuff has meaning to us. So it can be a very delicate thing to help somebody else with their clutter. If they give you permission, that's great, Yes, and I understand that, says User 1963. It is easier to organize and objectively other people's stuff, 100%. So I ask you, sure, you can help other people, but I, sweetie poos, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. You need help, you got it. You asked for it, you got it, Toyota. Think of an object, not even, let's get really specific. We talk about overwhelm and chunking it down. Let's chunk it down to one specific object, because it's almost as if I was on stage and this was vaudeville. I'd be like, you give me an object that you're trying to declutter and you're struggling with, and I can explain the entire process that will help you, not just with that one object, but with every other object in your house. So think about that. Don't think of, this whole room, because your whole room, just think of it, all of your clutter is made up of a whole bunch of little pieces of clutter. Each one of those things has its own story, but you have things that you may be struggling with. The stuff you're not struggling with, I commend you. Yay! Embrace the things that do not make you struggle. Do the things you know how to do. Congratulate yourself for what you do on every step of the way. However, If you're stuck with something, I'm here to help with that. You know? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, we got a couple of things just popped up. Okay. Julie says, since I've been watching, I've noticed myself organizing little spaces and feeling accomplished. Excellent. You know, Julie, it's kind of like a checkerboard. A little space, a little space, a little space makes a bigger space. So a little bit at a time, that chunking down is totally the way to go. It is better for your nervous system. It's better for your energy. And you get all sorts of little places to kind of give yourself, as I like to say, a Liz Lemon high five. Okay? Now, Kirsten, who's also a coach, says, with my clients, I've noticed that aspirational clutter is the hardest. Unfulfilled dreams. Yeah, now aspirational. I like to get practical about that stuff. So, unfulfilled dreams. Okay, well, I say, let's fulfill those dreams. Let's fulfill those dreams. What are the things that you have that you bought with the intention of using that you haven't used it yet? Now, this is why I do my one-on-one coaching. I will share with you that it's like, I don't need to see your stuff. I don't need to be even near your stuff to help you with your stuff, because it's not about what it looks like or to me. It means what it feels like and looks like to you. Now I remember aspirational things. Sometimes some of us think we want to do something, and the order of operation is to buy all of the equipment for that thing, and then we're going to be encouraged to do it. Maybe we think that paying money for all the ingredients of whatever that thing is will kind of force us to do it. But then, what happens is sometimes even after we get all the stuff, we do not do it. I think of people who buy pianos but never play them. I think of people like myself who bought a bunch of art supplies and craft supplies and collected a lot of things that I was going to upcycle. I liked the idea of the end result. I thought I could do that. I enjoyed collecting together all the stuff, but then when I got it, I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't. It seemed boring to me. I didn't want to do crafts. Too many decisions. I wanted to go out and play. I thought buying all these things would kind of force me to do it, And it's okay. You know what I did? I decided that's okay. If I don't want to do, I'm going to trust my gut. When my gut is like, you know what? I don't want to go down the basement to do those crafts. Even though I got the whole space set up, I got a table set up, I got all my crafty things around me. When I had the time to go down there to do the crafting, I didn't want to go down there, and I wanted to go and do something else. So you know what I did? I followed that. And the thing that I wanted to do, I ended up writing books about, doing videos about, being interviewed for the paper, appearing on television, all because I was cool enough to say, I don't want to be crafty, but I want to go take pictures of old buildings. Honor what's in your gut. Don't guilt yourself into doing something you don't want to do. Now, this is cool. Kirsten says the photo albums that haven't gotten made in 18 years. No, notice gotten made. They haven't made them in 18 years. One client just cleared the space to do it. I love that they did that. Sometimes one of the reasons you don't do things is because you physically don't have the space to do it. I need to spread out and do it. I honestly, in this, you can't see it from right here, but I'm sitting at a desk that I kind of made out of 2 IKEA tables. I measured them and I made this one expressly long on this side so I would have space to do things. Typically what I do is I just spread out my paperwork because I rarely do kind of crafty things. Occasionally I'll need to cut something really long and I have the space. But even if they have the space, Kirsten, I truly hope for your sake and for your client's sake that all they needed was the space, and now they will happily enjoy making those photo albums. It might be that, or the lack of space could be an excuse as to why they're not doing it, Now this is interesting. K-pop drama. Nice love. This week I sold 6 ceramic sculptures I built years ago out of my storage to a ceramics teacher for plants. Awesome. Yeah, there are things you could do years ago that you created. You may just not want them anymore. I will be honest with you. That's one of the things I do not like about creating physical products right now, or physical items, or even products, honestly. I don't like creating physical items because they take up space. If I make a painting, I'm going to have to hang it somewhere. If I make a sculpture, I'm going to have to place it somewhere. I also have plenty. I have a coterie of wonderfully creative friends. So we have artwork, more artwork than we need, and access to really good quality artwork. I like creating change and potential and enlightenment and all sorts of good stuff that doesn't cause you to then also say, okay, where am I going to put this? Yeah, Kirsten, I'm hoping she does. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I love it, Mama Pepper. I bought scrapbooking stuff, tried it, wondered why does anybody like this, and then I donated it. That, my dear, that's the process. That's the process in a nutshell. What happens sometimes is, though, people buy it, they try it, they don't like it, but then they tell themselves unhelpful stories. You're going to get in trouble. I can't believe that you spent all that money on these things and you don't like it. Maybe you like it later. Maybe now's not the right time. That could be true, but could not be true. Or, you know what? You're throwing away money. Look at all that money you spent. I can't believe you don't like to do that. Maybe if you hang on to this stuff, you'll change your mind. No, you'll never get your money back. The time to make that decision is before you make the purchase. So I love that you noticed it wasn't for you and then you immediately did something with the things that you bought. You donated them. I think the most recent TikTok video I did was about that. Was about, as soon as you know something isn't working for you, get it out of your life. I hung on to a first marriage way too long. I hung on to that courtship way too long. It shouldn't have even been a marriage, but I digress. All right, there we go. I love it. K-pop Drama Love says it wasn't made for plants, but that's okay. She was nice. She told me she'd take care of them. Yes, notice that you feel good. Somebody's going to take care of this. Yeah, Erin, 100%. Those paint and sip parties. I made a painting on that, and I was like, oh my God, everybody, this is going to be so funny. I've already seen it. There is going to be an era of people who go thrifting, and every single thrift store in the country is going to have the same picture of, like, I don't know, black and white trees against a sunset background, because everybody was taught to paint the same thing. It's kind of funny. Yeah. You say, okay, I don't want the end product of that, you know. It's different. I will say I did try a craft shot thing at an art place near me. I have a really cool thing that I made that I'm psyched that I framed up. That I felt good about because I knew if I was going to create it, I'd want to keep it. I also made another couple of things, but I don't need more stuff, you know? Yeah, same. We should have decluttered. Yeah, we should have decluttered the core chips. But you know what? Here's the deal. I learned something about who I don't want to hang out with by my first marriage, okay? I pretty much wanted the opposite, and man, did I get it, and so much more. But sometimes you need to find out what you don't like in order to qualify what you do like. Yeah. K-pop Drama Love. $85 a month for a storage is enough to add up thousands of dollars over a year. It was so funny. I was talking to somebody, it must have been one of my one-on-one clients in the past couple of days, about how I charge for coaching and how people can balk at how much I charge, and yet they probably easily spend that amount of money or more on other things, or to just not deal with their stuff. It's really interesting what we spend our money on, you know? Okay, K-pop Drama Love says I have another storage space to empty, but their elevator is broken until 2025. Well, not to freak you out, my dear, but 2025 is in like 3 months. Yeah, this is now, we're all, October 3rd? So we have November and December, that's 2 months, and then we get a little bit, you know, we've got a little bit of October. So 2025 is coming up. Yeah. There we go. Mama Pepper, cooking as a hobby. You eat the projects. Love it. Num num. Good stuff. All right. Teresa Mama T says, you just made me realize I need to clean out because the seasons have changed. Yeah, seasons change. I need to do that too. I have found, and I bet you've seen it when I'm doing my TikTok lives, I am back to wearing my hoodie. I'm no longer wearing my nice, light, colorful robe. I will do that when the seasons are warmer. Now is the time where if you live in a place with seasons, that you will be exchanging your lighter clothes for the heavier clothes. Now, this will be an interesting thing because what we have done is we've packed away clothes, if you've done it the way I do it. I've packed away the heavier things, my fleece-lined yoga pants, my long-sleeve black t-shirts as opposed to my short-sleeve black t-shirts. Because it's pretty much all I wear most of the time when I'm not doing something else. And I will be really curious about what I have packed away. Does it still look as good as it did when I packed it away? Or do I open up the tote and it looks all kind of pilly and just kind of ratty, as I like to say. The other thing too is it going to fit me? Did it fit me? Does it fit me the way I want it to fit? I have noticed I have t-shirts that have they cut them differently all the time. So some of them are long, medium, high. I like myself a long t-shirt because I don't like my belly sticking out. I don't know what these are like. So notice that this change of season, temperature-wise, can give you that encouragement to look at your stuff, but also you're going to be doing that before you put your warm weather clothes away. You're going to look and say, do I want to wear this next year, or is it ready to go? Okay? So notice this. I was thinking about this. I had a pair of shorts. They were like pajama shorts, and I bought them because they matched the pajama top and the pajama pants that I was buying when I bought them on, like, I don't know, Land's End online. I never wore the shorts. I am not a shorts wearer. But I bought them because they matched. Just this week, I realized to myself, I haven't worn those shorts. I wear the pajamas all the time, but I don't wear the shorts. So I put the shorts in a donation bag. I'm just sharing these real life examples with you. I was going out to the town near us that has a big mall. The big mall has a Primark. I tend to buy my kind of disposable clothes at Primark because I don't wear fancy stuff most of the time. And I said to my husband, it's getting cold out. I may stop at Primark to look to see if they have any long sleeve black t-shirts. They probably do. They're like $4 a piece or something. But then I said, wait a minute. Before I do that, I need to check to see what I put away. I may have 18,000 of them. I exaggerate for effect. I could have some that are brand new that I bought at the end of the season last year. So before you go out and buy something, anybody, everybody, before you go out to buy something, go shopping in your house first. Before you go out to the grocery store, can you go into whatever your version of a pantry is, or your cupboards, or wherever you keep your food? Do I really need to go out to the grocery store, or do I have food in these shelves and drawers and, that I haven't eaten? Why am I going out to buy something if I have something to eat right here? It's really interesting to kind of get in those conversations with yourself. Shop at your home first. Seriously, you have more than enough. If you don't, you're not watching a TikTok on clutter and getting, sticking around. You're going to be like, why do those people have all that stuff? And we say, move along, boring person. Cluttered people tend to be creative people. Cluttered people tend to feel feelings and tell stories. Cluttered people see the value in things that other people don't. I think cluttered people are kind of awesome. I do. You're my people. I'm your people. I'm not somebody coming from a, fancy dancy background with minimalist whatevers. No, I grew up cluttered. I grew up with clutterers, with savers, with collectors, with antiquers. That's fancy junking. You know what I mean? I'm going to an antique store. Ooh, I'm going to a thrift store. Ooh, that's, both of them have different things. I know what it's like to be cluttered. And the reason I'm showing up now is not to commiserate. Oh, we're all cluttered. What do we do? No, you guys, I have broken on through to the other side. And it's so freaking fun and feels good and such little work to keep your house maintained. My husband and I spent an hour yesterday. Maybe it was sometime this week. He vacuumed, I dusted. I even dusted some Venetian blinds. I hate doing that. They never get done. It was an hour that we did that, and the house looks so much better. It doesn't actually, technically, it doesn't even look that much better, but when I look, there aren't dust bunnies. Now, that was the first time we had done that in months. So it was like 1 hour. It's like it's so easy to maintain a decluttered house. So you spend very little time doing housework. If you don't want to spend time doing housework, declutter your house. Now this is interesting. So Gina is saying, ironically, my parents weren't cluttered people. They always kept things in order. Okay, so maybe you came from that orderly space. Maybe you're maybe you're a rebel. Maybe you're a rebel. Christine, I don't know if you're still on here, but you're a little rebel. Everybody's got a backseat driver and a little pleather jacket, right? Oh yeah, you've got your stuff all tidy. You're way too uptight. I'm gonna go make a big old mess. I'm just saying, look at where you came from to notice where you are. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Just I'm saying look in your rearview mirror and see why am I cluttered? How did I get this way? Erin says, puts the Doors movie on my watch list. Yeah, that was a good one. That was. Hope says, that's my world. I got collectors. Totally. Yeah. See? Yeah, Gina. Gina has a backseat rebel because I'm a rebel. Ba-dum, boom, boom. Yeah. You know what? Rebelling can be fun. You know? You don't always just kind of accept. You can change things. A rebel says, I don't like what you're doing. I'm going to do something else. Exactly. Christine says, my little rebels with fake candy cigarettes and pleather jackets. Exactly. You know, I'm not going to do that. You can't, I'm not going to, you can't make me clean up my room. No, I don't want to do it. Yeah, but you know, here's the funny thing. The only person that suffers when your rebel gets their way, the only person that really gets inconvenienced is you. You're kind of flipping the bird to your parents decades ago. They don't care. They're not in your house right now. But you get stuck in a cluttered house. When you listen to your little backseat driver who's trying to tell you not to do it because they're a rebel. You know? Now, this is interesting. So Teresa says, we never knew Mom was a hoarder till we had to move and sell her house. Yeah. Yeah. You don't, and here's the thing. We live in a society that encourages you to buy things and discourages you from getting rid of them. So you can hide hoarding really well. That's why you have stored clutter. That's why people are making millions of dollars with people who, the people who own those storage unit places are making money hand over fist from people that don't know what to do with their stuff. Yeah. Yep. K-pop drama love 100% is saying, I've seen TikTok videos about adults whose parents threw their things away without telling them, so they save. Completely. 100%. So I say this to you. Do not throw away anybody else's stuff. Man, will it get you into hot water. I could tell a story about the time that I was helping my mother with her decluttering. It was in the past 3 years. It was a message from the universe. I got so aggravated. The woman had like 150 pairs of shoes. We decluttered them down to about 90 pairs of shoes just for the summer. And as I was putting them to get together, you know, it's like Noah's Ark with shoes. Like they go in pairs. So I was like, fine, keep them. I found this one random shoe. And I was so frustrated. I said, fuck this. And I threw it in the trash. It was one single shoe. How's she going to know? She's never going to know. What if, she was like, a couple of days later, hey, did you come across that ratty's my word, that Skechers? Those were my favorite Skechers. They were in such crappy condition. You guys, learn from my mistake. Don't throw away other people's shit. I felt like a little kid. I felt like literally I was 5 years old. I was like, I have to confess to my mother. I could be like, I don't know where it went. I'm a few decades older than 5, so I had to say, Mom, I have to confess. I threw it away in a fit of frustration. Oh my God, well, I barely never heard the end of it. And man, they never made those shoes again. I was on eBay. I was on Zappos. So, yeah, just please do not throw away somebody else's stuff without their permission. Okay? Please don't. Yeah. Notice that you are trying to not be the person who throws away things, so you may save things, but you may save them too much. You also may be saving things for other people. You may be saving things for your children. Anybody? Raise hands. I don't know. I don't have kids. You may have some things that are stored in your house for your kids. Yeah, Teresa says, I'll rotate it from the attic. Everything else has it right place, so it never seemed to have tons. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, had a nasty spouse. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, all right, there we go. Yeah, now this is interesting. So Misty says, my mother was into yard sales, as was mine. Brother is a hoarder. I have wanted to hoard also, but now at 55 years old, I am over stuff. I truly think that it takes to be, quote, our age, anywhere from 40 to 45 to 75, heck, 80. When you say, okay, I'm done. I don't want any more stuff. I am full. I don't want any more stuff. And if anything, I have too much. Clutter is the difference between just right and too much. And I want to get rid of some of what I have. Yeah. Yeah, see, notice how it felt. After my mom's Memorial Weekend, my relatives started sorting my parents' art studio. Overwhelming. I went through the trash to see if they threw away anything I wanted. Yeah. I had a conversation with one of my one-on-one clients today who she learned the hard way that she threw away one of these, like a ratty old t-shirt of her husband's, having no idea how sentimental it was to him, and he was livid, and rightly so. You know? Now this is really cool. Misty says, I used to store for my son, but I realized he could care less. That's so freeing. So yes, I suggest to you as an action, keep on feeling like it's the weekend. Today's Thursday, it's almost the weekend. And this is my last TikTok for a while yet, TikTok Live anyway, is if you are saving something for somebody and they are over the age of 23, have a conversation with them now and let them know you have stuff for them. You can even, if you're cool, you can even say you don't need to take it now, but what I want to do is go through it with you so you can decide what you want and what you don't want. And I will give it to you if you have the space for it now. If not, I might be nice and let you store it at my house. But go through the stuff that you're saving for other people with them and do it sooner rather than later. Misty said, Misty found out the son could care less. Just think, if she had found that out earlier, you'd have fewer things. Now you found it out, so cool. Notice Mel is saying, my 88-year-old mom has been asking my permission to get rid of her stuff, thinking I want all of it. Well, you know what? Because people think that maybe you value her stuff as much as she does. How great for you to say, no, let it go, let it go, let it go, And there's the other thing. Cat Mama's got the flip side. My mom forbid us to throw out anything. Notice this, people. You have thoughts and feelings about your stuff. Your mom has thoughts and feelings about her stuff. Your grandmother had thoughts and feelings about her stuff. I'm not singling out all the single ladies. I'm not singling out the ladies. Okay? Everybody. Your father had thoughts and feelings about stuff. Your grandfather, your uncle, your brother, your sister, all of us have thoughts and feelings about stuff. Our stuff, your stuff, you interacting with my stuff, me interacting with your stuff. The more you realize that and talk about that part of it, it can clear the air. Yeah, I did that. He's like, trash it. Yeah, sometimes we think we're doing a good thing by saving things for people. My parents are like, here, we got this lamp. I'm like, I so don't like that lamp. I'm nice to them, and it's fine. It's fine. But notice the things you hope somebody will like, or that it may be worth money. Maybe you're saving it for them, but it's worth money. Maybe it's historical, I love it. K-Pop Drama Love says, I'm 63 and my daughter is 24. She gives me positive reinforcement when things leave or when stuff leaves. Yeah. So we're all over the place, right? 24-year-old is saying, go, Mom, let it go, let it go. User 1963 says, my 89-year-old mom won't get rid of any of her collections. Here's the funny thing, though. User 1963, you know what? Don't push your mom to get rid of her stuff. No. Use the time that she's still around. You've only got her for maybe 10 years max, maybe 15 years, totally at the top of it. But here's what I say to you and for everybody here. If you have somebody in your life who you can see kind of down the road, you can see that their stuff may be coming to you. Put up your traffic cop hand, and before it gets to you, right now, make a decision about what you want of theirs, if anything. You don't need or any of their stuff if you don't want it. And if you don't want their stuff, start making a plan. I am actively helping my 83-year-old mother with this now. And she is a willing participant in it, which makes it easier. But I am helping her decrease the amount of stuff in her house. But I'm not saying empty out stuff. We are working on the stuff that she feels ready to let go. I have also, because I've been in the house enough, I like to say I've cased the joint. I have looked around and said, is there anything that I want? Is there anything that could be valuable to somebody else? I am making plans for when she's gone. I said, Mom, don't worry about those. When we get an auction house that comes in to deal with all your stuff after you're gone. That's when we'll deal with it. So don't stress out your mom, okay? And don't stress out yourself either. Don't stress out yourself, please. Have a plan. Even say, yeah, this is cool. I've got the stuff I want from my mother's house. None of it else is coming to my house. I've already made those decisions. So when I am grieving her passing and having to deal with all sorts of other things, I also don't have to make decisions on her stuff. Okay? Yeah, you know what, user 1963, I get you. I say that to my mother. I wish she'd sell them and treat herself to a trip to visit her brother. We wish people would do the things we think will make them happy. Trust that whatever your mom's doing is making her feel safe. Her nervous system safe. Maybe she also grew up in lack. Maybe she feels like she can't afford it. You know, there's so much that goes on. And notice where my hand goes when I talk about this. It goes to my heart, not my head. It doesn't make sense. Just sell the stuff and go on a trip. No, but then I would not have it again. Once it's gone, it's gone. And then I don't have that money. What if I spent the money on a trip and I really needed the money later? It doesn't have to make sense up here. If it makes sense, if it feels real down here, I mean, please. There's examples of that all over the country. Okay? Now, my spouse's great aunt just passed away at 114, was going to be 115 in December. People are living longer and longer. Yeah. Okay, maybe you've got somebody for 20 years. But even then, the quality of life is not going to be as good. Even then, the person may not be living in the same house. I mean, my grandmother lived to be 100, almost 101, and she lived in the same house that she had lived in since like 1958 up New Hampshire. Yeah, people live longer. So enjoy all the time you have with them, regardless. Okay. K-Pop Drama Love says, I feel bad for nagging her to declutter, but her health wasn't good and my dad passed 4 years before. Yeah. Oh, she was orphaned and raised by nuns. Wow. Yeah. Talk about a way. I mean, my mother only went to Catholic school, and she's got enough issues that have stayed with her in her 80 years because of the nuns, that they have affected me and my sisters and anybody around her. Notice those things can last decades. They can last your entire life unless you notice them. And once you notice them, you decide to do something to change it. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, true. Yep. And I love it. 1138, I feel like you did the good thing. To remove pain when my mom was dying, I didn't have the heart to say no, so I took it to sort it out later. Perfectly, totally cool, acceptable. Look at you trying to make your mom feel better. But now, I'm assuming your mom's gone. Now you have that stuff. If you need help sorting it out, that's why I'm here. We do different things at different times. Sometimes I've just gotten stuff from my mom, or my sister says, just take it, and I'll deal with it later. I'm the person who comes into your life and says, well, now is later. If you want to deal with it, I can help you with it. Exactly. Mel is saying 100% true. Our parents who are in their 80s grew up in the Great Depression era, so it's different from us. It totally is. It totally is. But here, look at this. Our Great Depression, our scarring, traumatic event for us is going to be like the big COVID of 2020 to 2020, whatever, 2023. People were hoarding toilet paper. People were buying more than they ever wanted. People were, hoarding things. And for fear of not having it. Same thing that happened in the Great Depression. Now we have different distribution systems and ways of creating items now that they didn't have back in the 20s and 30s. We also, they went right from the Great Depression to a Great World War. So there was a lot of lack and denial going on back then. Those things can stick with you for the rest of your life. If they stick with you and they serve a benefit, like you're more thrifty and you reuse things as opposed to throwing them out all the time, if it works well for you, keep them. All I offer is if you are doing something or thinking something about clutter that is making you feel crappy, you can change that if you want. Yeah, LA 64. My mom went to Catholic nursing school. Yeah. And my 80-year-old dad swears the meanest ever were the nuns in school. I bet they were right, because that's what my mother says. And my mother was left-handed. I am left-handed. My mother was left-handed. That was the devil's hand. Yeah, they tried to make her right with her right hand. Can you imagine that? You don't have to imagine it because it happened, So, just notice that when you grew up affects you. I'm in my 50s. I grew up with people who didn't grow up with a lot, that grew up during the Great Depression and World War II, who were raised by people who had even less, went through World War I and the Great Depression and World War II and didn't have a lot. So is it any big surprise that when I have something of use, they had anything of use, they kept it? Or even if they weren't using it, maybe one day I'll want to make waffles in this old-timey waffle iron. Oh, somebody gave that to me as a gift, but what if I need something to put flowers in? Even though it's been up in the attic for 50 years, I might need it someday. And at least I get the reassurance. I get the nervous system safety of if I need it, I have it around here somewhere. Never discount the feeling of human safety. When you don't feel safe, when you feel like things are out of whack on an animal pack level, on a survival level, that turns off your rational brain. When you are in fear, your rational brain cannot compete with your animal instinct of survival. And how that gets triggered is fear. Fear of lack, fear of pain, fear of fear. So just notice when you are in fear for your, quote, life, that your rational brain can't even, but facts. No, when you're like, oh my God, they're going to kill me. The rational brain doesn't have a chance. What you need to do is to just calm down that, are you really going to die? Are they really coming for you? Take some deep breaths, calm down, feel better, do better. But this takes awareness of that stuff even happening. Okay? Yeah, Mel says my mom has gotten worse since my dad passed in 2020. Yeah, maybe she's surrounding herself with stuff because she feels like the house is empty because your dad's not there. It's a real thing. People surround yourself. You buy things. You go out to shop. If you aren't shopping for something that's literally there to fill a specific need, you can go out shopping for entertainment. You can go out shopping for distraction. You can go shopping, and I say out shopping. You don't even need to go out. You can just hit a button on your phone, and something will come to you. You will shop. You will bring things into your life for many reasons. Pretty much the number one reason, seriously, is just to make yourself feel good or better. Make yourself feel better than you do now. If I buy that item, maybe it will make me feel better. I hope it will make me feel better, so I will spend my money on it. We do that. We do things, we buy things, we save things with the hopes that it's going to make us feel good. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it does. Many times it doesn't. When it doesn't, those things are clutter. But it isn't just about the stuff. It's about the process of getting it, but also surrounding yourself with it. Maybe you're afraid that nobody wants to hang out with you, so then you barricade yourself in your house with stuff so that even if they couldn't get in. So you can pretend it's not because they don't like you, it's because you have stuff in your house. I mean, I'm just totally making that stuff up, but there are thoughts that when you say them out loud seem silly, but when you keep them inside, they can feel really real. Yeah. I would have been left-handed, says Barbara. My father told me it's a right-handed world. It is a right-handed world. It is. I've had to compensate. I think this is one of the reasons why I'm a creative person, because I have realized that I have to think twice. I have to literally look at things from a different perspective because I'm left-handed in a right-handed world. I have to do things backwards, Yeah. LA64367 said, I had to let my mom's storage unit go. It was far away and couldn't get there to take care of it all. Yeah. But you know what? It wasn't your stuff. And if you didn't, you know what? Sometimes you do have to kind of let that stuff go. That's interesting. Public school major, left-handed brother right with a right hand. Yeah, and this is only in the past 50 years, There we go. Raina, just woke up. It's morning in LA. Good for you. About to start decluttering. Awesome. Yeah, and I love this. Mel is saying her mom's getting rid of stuff because she doesn't want me to deal with it. Yay. There we go. My clutter walls. Exactly. I can hear it in my head, Christine, but I cannot sing. Sheena Easton and, and Prince. But as soon as I said that, now I'm thinking he takes the morning train, All right, you guys, we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes on this TikTok live, okay? And I'm not going to be doing another TikTok live. I can say this with assurance. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't know. By next week, I'm not even there yet. So if you want to know the next time I'm doing a TikTok live, if you thought this was fun or interesting or entertaining or whatever, get on my mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com. Sign up for it. You get access to the calendar of when I do my TikTok lives before anybody else. It's the only place it is. It's only for those people, you know? And yeah, I do one-on-one coaching. So if you're interested in that, I'm happy to talk about that. Sin from Lynn has donated over $500 of stuffs today, and it feels good. Yay, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, taking care of other people's stuff can totally be a lot. That's why I'm here in your life right now, to make it simple for you. Because here's the deal. Here's the best part. Starting small in these concentric rings of life, starting with yourself, learning how to do this for yourself helps you. Nothing wrong with helping you. As a bonus, while you help yourself, when you learn what to do that helps you, you can more easily help others, even just by leading by example. You don't have to overtly teach people these things, but when somebody sees how you keep your house tidy, how you donate things that don't work and it's no big deal, you just bring them down to the place, you will inspire people. I honestly hope to be an inspiration because I have made it, again, breaking on through to the other side. And I have yet to reclutter my home. It's so funny to me. It actually feels strange that I feel no desire to go into any thrift store anymore. That's all I did pretty much from age 15 to 55. Yeah, age 15 to, let's say, 50. My favorite thing to do was go thrifting. Now, I still go to some places. I'm about to upload a video once I make it today of a really cool vintage shop I went to, because I get inspired when somebody else has found cool things and put them together. But I also didn't feel a lack of, oh, I wish I had all this stuff, because I love the stuff I have, you know? And I want you to love what you have too. And if you don't love it, I want you to feel okay removing it from your life, you know? So this is cool. Vanessa is saying, this live is awesome. Thank you. I got up and started to declutter my bedroom. Yeah. Decluttering makes your life better. Decluttering is an action you can take to make your life better for you. Your life will be better because your home will look better. And when we look at nice things, we feel better. Your decluttering helps you because it will make living in your house easier. You will easily find things. You will easily be able to use them, and you will easily be able to put them home when they're done. That also feels good. To be able to know exactly where your sharp knife is, to be able to use it to cut some corn, and to easily wipe it off and put it away where it belongs. But the best part about decluttering for me is it makes you feel good because you are doing something to make yourself feel good. You know? So you are doing what you know how to do. Do not dismiss that. Do not put a bushel basket over your light or something. Celebrate what you're doing and keep on keeping on with that. But if there's stuff that you're stuck with clutter-wise and somewhat otherwise, the coaching could help you. I hope that these TikTok lives even give you an idea of what coaching could feel like. Now, I'm talking to over 100 people at any given time when I'm doing a TikTok live, so I can't really go deep with anybody. I'm totally staying on the surface a lot, and we kind of dip into the deep stuff and dip in. But can you imagine if I was in your life just, one-on-one for 10 weeks? I do a 10-week package. Now, I'm not going to get into a salesy thing. I just want to let you know that coaching, what I do, my paid coaching is available, Now, I love it. Christine says, decluttering inspired me to start planting pretty flowers outside my window for more pretty things. Yeah, and it's so amazing and easy now to tidy because all my kids' toys have a place. Doesn't that feel good? And the wonderful, Christine, thank you. She said Beth is the best and life-changing. I just wanted to put that in the in the words here, because when these videos get put over to my Destination Decluttered YouTube channel, this constant scroll of comments doesn't go over with it. So that's what Christine said. Thank you so much. It was really a joy to work with you. So decluttering. Today's Thursday. We got a weekend coming up. Are the weekends where you've said to yourself during the day or the week, oh, I don't have time to do that, but I'll wait till the weekend to get caught up? See how that works. I hope it does. Okay, so Paula J says, my messy areas just keep me stuck. Okay, honey bunch, then let's unmess your messy areas. Get specific about them. You know, what are the specific things in that area that are really, truly jamming you up? When you chunk it down to the very little specifics, that's the key. It's the key that's going to unlock it. Okay, when you realize, oh, you know what it is? I feel guilty giving that away because I'm afraid that lady I worked with, what if she comes to my house and she realizes I gave it away? Well, is she ever going to come to your house? Well, we do have that Christmas party. Well, when was the last time we had that Christmas party? Well, it was before COVID. Just notice you have thoughts and feelings in your head about your stuff and what those thoughts are. If they're unhelpful, unhelpful thoughts make you hang on to stuff. More helpful thoughts make you let them go. Yeah. I had to realize I had more belongings than I could manage. Yeah. And you shouldn't have to spend your time managing belongings. You know, I want you out there living a life, however that looks to you. If you're being dragged down by stuff and you're stuck, it means you're not moving. I want you to be able to move and grow, even if one of your things is to just stay around your house. But don't stay around your house because you have to. Stay around your house because you want to, you know? And it's one of those things that you can do it. I mean, I think that's the one thing I would have loved to have heard when I was growing up is, what do you want to do? And no matter what I said, I wasn't judged. I was encouraged. And somebody said, go for it. Let's see what happens. You know? Didn't happen. That's okay. It's taken me a few decades to get over it. Wah. But I say this because I did it all on my own. I didn't do it all on my own. None of us do anything all on our own. We all need help. We all get help. Hopefully. Because I was brave enough to ask for help with things I struggled with, I got help. Sometimes I paid for coaching. Sometimes it was somebody, a kind word at the bank. Sometimes it was a fortune from a fortune cookie. I took my inspiration everywhere. I paid for coaching. I got coaching certification. There's nothing wrong with getting help with what you don't do well, you know? So, but don't focus on that. Do something about the stuff you're not good at. And if you want to get better at it, you can get taught, okay? Now, I am going to sign off here because I need to get a glass of water before I start coaching my next client. So I'm going to sign off. Again, if we just met and you just signed on, I'm sorry that you just found me, but my name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. My coaching is called Destination Decluttered here on here on TikTok. These TikTok lives are uploaded to YouTube. I also have a website, destinationdecluttered.com. I have an email list you can sign up for there. Yeah. Move that thing to that room is a celebration. Exactly. Okay. You guys are awesome. It is always so much fun to hang around with the crew that shows up when I do a TikTok live. Makes me feel good. I hope it makes you guys feel good. I love it. Tammy Sue said, you have helped me with having a home for things and putting them in an area to take them back. Rock on, people. Okay. I will see you sometime next week. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend and drive in the direction of your dreams. How's that? Okay, life is a road trip. Drive in the direction of your dreams. I'm out of here. Bye.